Since his arrival in 2012, Hunter Pence has been the emotional leader for a Giants team that has won 3 World Championships in 5 years. Pence brings his energy and enthusiasm back to San Francisco's lineup in a season debut tonight. Hunter Pence is back, and the Giants take on the Reds in Game 3 of the series next.
It's been a rainy day here in Cincinnati, but things are looking good as we get ready for Game 3 of this 4-game series, Giants and Reds. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the big story is he landed last night in town, Hunter Pence, and he is the ball of energy. And look, the Giants, what they needed to do, and Mike has said it many times, tread water until he gets back. They're 18-18. I'd say that's treading water.
That indeed is treading water. That was the plan. So he walks to the clubhouse today, instant energy, and everybody has a big anticipation. And he has a big anticipation. He's got great lifetime numbers against the starter tonight for the Reds, Mike Leake. But it still figures to be about pitching. Leake is hot. He's 6-2 with an ERA in the twos, or I say 6-2 lifetime against the Giants. And on the hill for the Giants is Ryan Vogelsong, who in his last 2 starts has been red hot. 14 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 1 run with nice strikeouts. It's going to be about pitching.
And Gregor Blanco, who's been hot, he is in the lineup tonight in left field. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places. And by DraftKings.com. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code ORANGE for free entry.
Reds have taken the field, and Hunter Pence is getting ready for his season debut tonight. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is kicking off summer today with free performances by Circus of Nations. 71 degrees here at the Yard. We have light winds, humidity very high, and it is cloudy, and there is rain in the air. Here's the lineup that'll face Mike Leake. Giants come in at 18-18. It'll be Blanco, Panic, and Pagan. Posey, the cleanup hitter, then Belt, and then Hunter Pence. Remember, it was early March where he was hit by a pitch and he fractured his left forearm. Crawford, McGee, and Vogelsong, the bottom three in the Giants lineup.
On the hill tonight for the Cincinnati Reds will be Mike Leake, the 27-year-old right-hander. He's 5'10", 190 pounds. And see what he has done in 7 starts, 2-1 with a 2.36 ERA. 28 strikeouts, 12 walks. Didn't really tell you the whole story. He's going to try and take the sting out of your at-bat. He pitches to contact. Very good athlete. You're going to see a fastball that'll go high 80s, low 90s, depending on the grip. He will sink. He will cut the ball. He's got a curveball, slider, changeup. Pretty much is going to throw anything at any time. A lot of confidence, and he has great command. Let's take a look at the defense that the Reds will have behind Mike Leake. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Bird, Bosch, and Bruce. Cozart, Frazier on the left side of the infield, Phillips and Votto on the right side, and Tucker Barnhart will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Leake to face Gregor Blanco. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time. 7:10 Eastern Standard Time. Blanco 4 for 6 in the series, and he takes another strike, and that's called by home plate umpire Bruce Struckman. Hallion, Marquez, and Bellino from first to third.
Struckman's a good pitcher's umpire.
Slowly hit, and Phillips will underhand it to Votto, and that's how this game gets started.
That is a jam sandwich, and I guarantee that did not feel good on the hands. Gregor Blanco. Finish off the report on Dreckman, the plate umpire. More of a high ball umpire than a low ball umpire, but he looks for strikes. He's a good pitcher's umpire, and you will get some corners. Here's the plant right on the hands, and absolutely saws off Gregor Blanco. If you do that your first at bat, are you feeling that the rest of the night?
No, you're ticked off. You lost your bat.
I think he lost both thumbs too.
Here's Panic. Panic takes a strike, hitting at 292 with 2 home runs, 10 driven in. 3 for 7 in the series. And he pops this one up. Coming in is Bosch. 2 down.
Leake, Californian. Lives in Scottsdale now. He left Southern California to go to college. He went to ASU and settled down there in the desert. Going to be a free agent at the end of the season.
So here's Pagan. Pagan hitting at 324. He's got 10 runs batted in. Pagan at 0 for 5 last night. And here he takes down low. He's 3 for 8 with a double against Leake lifetime. And he skies this one to left for Bird, and it'll be a quick inning for Leake. That's 7 pitches, and that'll end the inning. Vogelsong coming out. Reds are coming up. That'll be facing Vogelsong. Reds come in with a record of 18-18. It'll be Cozart, Bird, and Votto. And then Todd Frazier's got pretty good numbers lifetime against Vogelsong. Bruce, Phillips, and Bosch. Barnhart will hit 8th. He'll do the catching, and Leake will pitch and hit, and he can hit, and he'll hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Ryan Vogelsong, 6'4", 214-pounder. Vogelsong, 37 years old. He's in his 9th year at the big league level. 1-2 with a 5.67 ERA. Lifetime against these Reds, he's 3-4 with a 4.52 ERA. With Vogelsong, you're going to get a low 90s fastball with excellent command of both sides of the plate. He will cut, he will sink the fastball. He'll throw a curveball, a slider, and a changeup.
So here's Cozart. Cozart in this series has hit 2nd in the first 2 games, and here today or tonight leading off. And a first pitch high fly ball to right to Hunter Pence for 1 out.
Let's take a look at the Giants defensively tonight behind Ryan Vogelsong. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Blanco, Pagan, and Pence, the best arm in right field. Crawford and McGee on the left side of the infield. Panik and Belt, they'll be on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Bird. Bird beat the Giants with a home run on Thursday, and then went 1 for 3 in the game last night. And there's a called strike. Bird in 15 lifetime at bats against Vogelsong, he has 3 hits. Not bad, but a bit wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. .229 average this year. Tapped over the mound. Crawford gets rid of it quickly. 2 outs. So both teams offensively playing like they got dinner reservations for about 9:30.
Well, or they're playing like there's rain promised at some point in this evening, and at least it seems that way. But I think both teams know that both pitchers are going to be around the plate. I think they're going to be aggressive.
Here's Votto hitting at .305. Votto takes a breaking ball for a strike. Votto 0 for 3 on Thursday. That was Lincecum's game. And against Bumgarner's game last night, he went 2 for 4. Off the line at third is McGee. Crawford playing Votto to pull. And that pitch is wide to even the count. It was enjoyable watching Votto's approach against Bumgarner. He just took a lot of swing out and just stroked the ball the other way. And tight, Votto jumps back. 2 balls and a strike.
It's amazing the difference in his body this year compared to last year. He really took some weight off, took some pressure off his knees, his hips, lower back. And his bat is quicker this year because of it.
Vogelsong and Posey trying to get on the same page. Finally, Vogelsong steps off. 1 for 9. That's the history between Votto and Vogelsong, and these are all regular season numbers. Postseason numbers, for whatever reason, do not apply. Now Vogelsong's ready, and the 2-1 to Votto. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Votto very disciplined in the batter's box. He's got a very good strike zone, doesn't go out of it very often. He's tough to get chased. He'll chase down below the zone, not often above the zone.
Votto letting out some shaft. 3-2.
Played pretty straight away in the infield, with the exception of Casey McGee, the third baseman. He's covering the 5.5 hole, but the outfield straight away.
Payoff pitch. Hit well into center field. Pagan on the move. Pagan now adjusts more towards left center, and he makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Second inning coming up. 0-0. Game is sold out, but the Tuesday and Wednesday games at night, 7:15 starts there. Tickets are available. It'll be Hunter Pence's return back to AT&T Park. sfgiants.com/tickets as Posey takes low. Posey hitting .286, 6 home runs, 17 driven in. Leak getting the ball back and throwing, and he misses 2-0.
Oh, he's shoot fire rock. A lot of guys who have sink are quick workers.
Posey fouls it back. Last night he got a pitch up and in, and he knocked it out of the park.
Really a mistake the location. As you can see, the target was meant for the outside corner, and he took advantage of the mistake in a big way.
Leak staying away, and Posey pokes it foul.
If you watch Mike Leake, look at the position he's in after he throws the ball. He's in a very balanced position. He feels this position well. I mean, after you let go of the ball as a pitcher, you become an infielder.
Posey, a little pop-up down the left field line. Bird giving chase, and it's in the seats.
The man making a play. A big arm action, but when you look at all the mechanics after he gets on his back leg, they're pretty compact, and just again an excellent position to field his position after he lets go of the ball.
Coming in, Posey ropes it on the ground to Frazier, and Frazier will make the play. 1 out.
All right, let's watch a Giants fan come out of the crowd. Got a man making a play. It was the one guy that brought his glove. Yep. One of the faithful. Nice play.
Hey, a nice catch. Here's Belt.
It's not the first fly ball he's caught.
Belt, high drive, right center field. Bosch back, out of here. And it's 1-0 Giants. Boy, can he get hot quick?
Oh, he could go from Jekyll to Mr. Hyde in one game, one at bat.
Hit his first yesterday, and now his second today.
I mean, he gets a base hit in the first at bat of this road trip. Then he goes 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts. And now, yesterday, he breaks the slump with three base hits, a home run, double, and a single. And here in his first at bat tonight, he leaves earth.
So here's Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence, see, he could take full credit for that. He got him better pitches to hit.
Pence taking all the way, takes a strike. Pence good numbers against Leake. We mentioned it in the open. 11 for 29. 2 doubles, triple, home run. Fouls this one back. Hit both cheeks into that one.
Let's take a look. They set an outside target, and this thing just kind of lays out there, and Belt not fooled at all by the off-speed pitch all over it. And he got both cheeks into that bad boy.
Breaking ball, foul back again. No fastballs yet to Hunter Pence.
Take a look at the compact swing, but it all gets back to getting good pitches to hit. It's just almost like he was looking off speed. Get that foot down and fire that backside through the ball.
Pence drives it into right center field. Bosch on the move. He can't get it. This is going to bounce up against the wall, and Hunter Pence is standing on second with a double, and he is leading the league in hitting.
Well, you're right. He's batting 1,000. You think the boys are psyched he's back in that field? Wow.
I think they all thought the same thing we did. He's not going to stop at second. He's just going to keep going.
Well, you know, he goes inside out. I mean, that's the swing you work to get. He said that he was hot. He knew he had found his swing when he was in Sacramento. Text Bruce Bochy said, I am an offensive machine right now. You need me there. And that was all Bochy needed to hear. And here he proves it this first at bat against the guy he's had good ownage with.
So here's Crawford. Crawford hitting .263. And he takes a low. He's 4 for 17 in his career against Leake. One of the hits, however, was a big fly.
You do not have a good arm in left. You do not have a good arm in center. We're talking below average arms. The best arms in right field with Jay Bruce, and it's a good one.
Crawford out of play down the left field line.
But with Hunter Pence's speed and the poor arms of left and center, any base hit that goes to that side of the field, you're going to see Roberto Kelly, the Giants' third base coach, be very aggressive with the green light. There's Roberto.
Crawford with a base hit into center field, and here comes Pence. Pence is going to score easily as Bosch falls down, and it's 2-0. $19 RBIs now for Brandon Crawford. And here's McGee. So McGee hitting at 191, 2 for 8 against Leake. McGee with a couple of hits in the series. And he takes low. Giants are 2-2 on this trip. The final game of the trip will be tomorrow. McGee takes a strike. Hunter Pence, welcome back. Been thinking about that at bat for a while, hadn't he?
Yeah, since about the third game of spring training.
Crawford slipped getting back in, and he's going to say, wait a minute, what's going on here? left foot that slipped. One pitch to McGee. Ground ball up the middle. Phillips has got it. Shovels it to Cozart, and that's a double play. Giants score twice on 3 hits. Belt's second home run of the year as it leaves the yard. Bye-bye, baby. 2-0 Giants.
Starters ERA this month in the major leagues. Well, the Giants starting staff, a 2.73 ERA. Rounded out top 5: Angels, Mets, Rangers, and the Dodgers. And that is our McDonald's True Stories.
So here's Frazier. Frazier hitting .250. But that doesn't tell the whole story, as there's a strike. 12 home runs, 23 driven in 5 for 10 lifetime, with a couple of home runs against Vogelsong.
Yeah, he's dangerous right now.
Line drive, left field, but right at Blanco. Frazier's hit a lot of those in this series.
He's not handling it very well either as he starts to head back to the bench.
Gumby?
He's got some Gumby shoulders.
Got the Darrell Evans Gumby going.
Well, I mean, all you can do is hit the ball hard. And right now, I think he's not happy that he's hitting the ball as hard as he is, and he's hitting under 250. But that is a very, very strong bat head.
Yeah, he's a good player. Bruce on the ground, foul. Bruce in a bit of a slump, hitting .162. He does have 5 home runs. He does have 16 runs batted in. Did not play in the game last night. Went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts on Thursday. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillips on deck. Overshift is on for Jay Bruce. On the ground, foul again. And it's 1-2. Rained on and off today here in Cincinnati. It really rained all that hard when it did. But there is a lot of rain in the area. Just outside, 2-2. Bruce, it's a high fly ball to right. Is it going to carry out? Pagan's got it at the wall. I didn't think he was going to carry that far.
I thought it was a can of corn off the crack of the bat and almost went out of here. I mean, he hit it well, but it was way high. And because of the height of the ball, I just didn't think he had enough to get out. As it turned out, it was way close. This place is just offensive. Right in front of the Bud sign.
So here's Phillips.
Niblets.
Phillips hitting .301. He's got a home run. He's got 15 driven in. 0 for 4 last night as he pops this one up. Belt may have a shot. It looks like he does, and that'll end the inning. Through 2 here in Cincinnati. 8 pitches. 2-0 Giants.
Brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers.
Sellout crowd here tonight. It's 2-0. And Vogelsong takes a called strike. Vogelsong 1 for 10 on the season. Bounces this one to Phillips. Phillips will probably make him run. 1 out.
Yeah, why do guys do that? Seriously.
Because they can.
Yeah, I guess you're
I would never do it to you, though.
You did it to me.
I did not. You hit it too hard. So here's Blanco. Blanco opened up the game with a ground ball to Phillips. Giants lead 2-0. Leak to Blanco, who shows bunt, and he takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Panic to follow, and then Pagan. And this is driven high and deep into right center field. It is out of here. And it's 3-0 Giants. First home run of the year for Blanco.
Wow.
And for Leak, that's the 8th home run that he's allowed.
Yeah, that's knee high out over the plate, but I mean, you throw a ball with sink down around the knees, you're not thinking the guy's going to jerk you in the right center field gap. And Mike Leake can't even understand what's happening right now.
So here's Panic. Panik takes a strike. I give him credit, though. He just goes right back into the strike zone.
Yeah, you have to. You cannot let a previous pitch affect the one you're about to throw.
Swing and a miss, and a quick 0-2. In tight to Panik. Joe Panik popped out to Bosch in center field in the first inning. Got him.
Front door.
Well, if you're looking for the ideal gift for a friend or family member that is graduating, check out the Giants graduation pack. It includes 2 tickets plus a commemorative class of 2015 Giants cap and the orange SF tassel. Look at that tassel. That's awesome. And the pack starts as low as $45. For more information on the graduation pack, visit sfgiants.com/mini-pack. I'm saying you don't even have to graduate to enjoy that cap. Here's Pagan. Pagan hit a fly ball to left to end the first inning. And now Lee pitching more inside, and it's a 1-1 strike. Foul down the left field line.
Well, if you're getting beat with the long ball, man, that's the first thought you have when you're on the mound. I'm not going to let him extend. I want to crowd him. I want to get on that inside corner. And that's what he's done.
So he's ahead in the count, 1-2.
It's the 7th and 8th home runs that Leake has given up this year in tonight's ball game.
Pagan into center field. This might fall. Bosch is racing in. He's going to slide, and he can't hang on to it. And Pagan's going to head for 2, and now he puts on the brakes. And it'll be a base hit, but I'll bet you Bosch will tell you he thought he should have had it.
That's exactly what I'll tell you. Billy Hamilton getting the night off. Bosch getting a rare start. These are balls that you want to get. He's got good speed, but he was playing deep, and he did not get a good jump. And even with all that said, he still should have caught the ball.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster bounced out to third, hit it hard in the second inning. And he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Pagan with good speed. See if he thinks about going. Posey fouls this one down the right field line and out of play. Leake staying away from Buster.
Yeah, Leake's pretty deliberate now, and for him, deliberate out of the stretch is 1.27, and average speed is 1.25. I mean, he normally is a little quick, but I don't think he's really thinking that Pagan's going to go, because if Pagan goes, Brian Price, the manager of the Reds, probably going to walk Buster Posey. So, I mean, he'll let him know he's out there, but I don't think he's feeling he has to be that quick out of the stretch.
Posey bounces it to short. Cozart to Phillips, and that'll end the inning. Gregor Blanco with his first of the year. He sends it into the bleachers in right center field. And it's bye-bye, baby. 3-0 Giants. NLDS Game 4, and after Hunter Pence gave a pregame speech before Game 3, he did that in the clubhouse. Hunter Pence gave another one before Game 4. And we'll show it to you after the first pitch to Brendan Bosch. I beg your pardon. And it's low. Bosch hitting 154. He's 4 for 26. And he fouls this one out of play. On deck is Tucker Barnhart, and then the pitcher Mike Leake.
Brendan Bosch went to Cal. Was it all Pac-10 as a sophomore?
Bounces this one to Panic. Panic gets a big hop. So it was Hunter Pence before Game 4 in that dugout, working his magic. So here's Barnhart having fun. Hunter Pence. The Reverend. Pena's caught the first 2 games in this series. Barnhart had an at bat last night, and he got a base hit, a pinch hit at bat. Broken bat pop up to Crawford. 2 outs.
Well, right now Vogelsong is throwing darts. He's not pitching baseballs. He's throwing darts. I mean, he put that thing right in on the hands of Barnhart and just bunched him up.
Warriors Playoff Central pre and post and Sportsnet Central coverage an hour before every game, post game, and on Sportsnet Central all the way through the playoffs. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals coverage will begin Tuesday at 5. Here's Leake.
Who can hit?
Leake is a good hitter. He's 2 for 18, but one of those hits a home run, and he laces the first hit of the game into left center field, and he's got a double.
Madison Bumgarner won the Silver Slugger Award last year in the National League. This is the guy he had to beat out. And that's not a hanger. He goes down and beats a challenge fastball on the first pitch. So the Reds have been pretty consistent all the way through the lineup. Very aggressive early in the count against Vogelsong. And now for the first time tonight, he's going to get in the stretch.
Cozart saw one pitch and hit a fly ball to right field to open up the bottom of the first. See his lifetime numbers. They're pretty good. And it's starting to rain, and we start to see some folks at least head to cover.
Head to cover quickly.
It's 1 ball and no strikes. That's outside and low.
People are moving. You'd have thought they're giving away free pizza.
Well, it doesn't sound too shabby, to be honest with you. It's 2-0 to Cozart.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to lose you. Because if there's anything, 2 things that get you out of this booth: free pizza and free popcorn.
2 balls, no strikes. So Vogelsong now, as you mentioned, first time out of the stretch. Always can be a little bit tricky. and a 4-pitch walk.
And Vogelsong is going to take a bit of a walk. Every pitch you make, you evaluate what the pitch was, how you threw it, what the performance on the pitch was. And if it's perfect, you try and duplicate it. If it's not, you make a correction. When you miss 4 times, the first time you get in the stretch, that'll cause you to take a little walk. Go through that little checklist in your mind of your mechanics. And you can expect Bird to be jumping on the first strike.
He bounced out to Crawford in the first inning. Same spot, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now it's the thing about throwing another pitch, just to get a feel of something else. And that or change your target. If you're aiming at catcher's kneecap, aim for his glove. Or if you're aiming for his glove, aim for his other kneecap.
Not close, 2-0. And let's suppose he's going to go out.
And he may have that discussion with him. First question is, why do you think you're missing? What are you trying to do with the pitch? Don't be too fine. We need to be aggressive and get in the strike zone here. We've got a 3-run lead. And Brigetti has not had the look of concern until Mike Leake had the double. And then now 6 balls later, there's a look of concern.
He's thrown 6 straight balls out of the strike zone. And now he has to come in, and Bird knows it. Up the middle. Vogelsong knocks it down with his foot. He'll recover and throw him out. He saved a run, and who knows what after that. 4th inning coming up. 3-0 Giants.
That's the play of the night. You betcha. We're going to watch the play from Vogelsong. And look at the reaction. With his left foot, kind of hooks his ankle around and just catches a piece. Drops right straight down. That was a base hit, RBI, and like my partner says, who knows what else could have happened. But we know, for one thing, that's our Ford right choice.
A little concern from the skipper. So Belt's going to lead things off. belted a long home run in the second inning. Reds will put the overshift on. And Belt shoots it on the ground. Votto knocks it down, recovers, and throws out the lead. 1 out.
Well, yeah, you can laugh about it now. It wasn't all that funny when that thing took a hop and came up on you. He tries to back up and get a good hop, and that thing that's self-defense right there. But nice play in the end.
He's pretty good at first.
Yeah, he's got good soft hands. Nice chest-high feed to Leak.
Pence doubled in the second. Here he takes a strike.
It's a protective piece on the left wrist. That's where he was hit. That's where the arm was broken in spring training. It's the one thing you fear if you're the Dave Gresham, a Giants trainer.
Yep. Out of play. Crawford on deck. Pence behind in the count. And it's low, 1-2.
Because of the lack of at bats that he's had in his rehab, you have a concern as to whether or not he has a strike zone or not. Usually, to get an established strike zone, it takes a hitter 40 to 50 at bats to get. That's what spring training is all about. Well, he had half of that.
Foul back. He had a rip. March 5th. This is when he got hit, and he had a pretty good idea that things were not good when he ran down to first. At least that's what he said. On the ground and a base hit for Pence. He's 2 for 2. Ownage is ownage.
Ownage is ownage. And the other thing, too, about this story that needs to be told is that a big leaguer who has played as long as Pence has played, they know when they have a good swing. They know when they have control of the bat hit. I think spring training guys open up, they start up, they're on fire, they have a good swing. I mean, this is basically what's happened to Pence. And he knew it as soon as he found it in Sacramento.
Crawford an RBI single in the second. And he ropes one into the gap in the right center field. And Pence is on the move. Digging it out is Bosch. Pence is going to score. And the Giants lead 4-0. Crawford with his second RBI and his second hit. So Pence and Crawford are 4 for 4.
Well, he had a great jump. I mean, it's 1 out, but he gets a jump as if there was 2 outs. He sees that's a gapper immediately. And he's thinking score immediately. They know they don't have much arm out there with Bosch at center, so they're going to be aggressive. Puts a lot of pressure on the relay men, middle infielders. They got to get way deep. Stand up, no play.
So here's McGee, who hit into a double play in the second. And McGee takes a strike, the fastball at 91, and it's 0-1. With Vogelsong to follow. McGee, a little flare to right. This is going to fall. Crawford got a tough jump, and they're going to wave him in. Phillips is going to throw home, and it's going to be late. And Crawford scores, and it's 5-0 on the base hit by Casey McGee. Good job by Roberto Kelly recognizing that it was going to take 2 perfect throws to get Crawford.
You've got a lot of momentum. You got a pitcher coming up. So why not challenge? Crawford had to freeze. He had to make sure it wasn't going to get caught. So he didn't get a great jump. But again, it was going to take 2 perfect throws and the Reds could not come up with it. 1 out. It's going to set up the bunt play for Ryan Vogelsong.
Jeff Pico is out, the Reds pitching coach.
Well, his message is going to be simple. See, he's going to tell Mike Leake, you're a guy that lives down around the knees. Lower your sights. Make mistakes, make it below the strike zone, not up in the strike zone.
Vogelsong bounced out to second in his only other at bat. And he bunts through this one, and it's 0-1. 5 runs on 8 hits for the Giants. Reds have 1 hit. Vogelsong. Did it hit him? No. I was going to say everybody's going to be safe, but they throw out Vogelsong. But it was close.
Well, it looked like it made contact with the foot of Vogelsong.
It did.
But I don't know if it hit Barnhart, the catcher, and then hit Vogelsong. And that's what Brian Price, the skipper of the Reds, is going to find out. Let's see what the thing. Yeah, it did. It hit Barnhart first. Hits Barnhart. Now it kicks the foot of Vogelsong.
So the sacrifice bunt goes 2-4. And here's Blanco. Barnhart ended up making a pretty nice play.
Yeah, he had to throw across the path with Vogelsong.
Here's Blanco, who homered in the 3rd. He's got a good swing going right now. And here he takes a strike. On the ground, it'll be Votto, and that'll end the inning. Giants score twice. Bottom of the 4th coming up, 5-0 San Francisco. Run in the 1st inning off of Jason Marquis. See where it went. It was just fair, and he hit it a long way, and it gave the Giants a 3-0 lead, and they would go on to win 10-2. And that was Belt's first home run of the year. So here's Votto. It'll be Votto, Frazier, and Bruce. These are the big fellas coming up. Vogelsong in a bit of trouble in the 3rd, but got out of it. Back into the stretch and a called strike, and it's 0-1. I mean, back into the windup. Votto pops it up. Pagan froze, but now he comes racing in, and he'll put it away. So here's Frazier.
Reds continue to be aggressive early in the count against Vogelsong.
Frazier lined out to left field. He's 0 for 1. And he takes wide on a breaking ball, and it's 1-0. Upfield straightaway for Frazier. Cued, foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Frazier takes low. On deck is Jay Bruce. Hit into the gap. And Blanco's going to run it down, and Frazier can't believe it.
He cannot believe it. I mean, that's 5 balls the last night that he has absolutely barreled. You can't hit it any harder, and they've all found a glove. I mean, just right on the screws, and watch the frustration as he sees this going to the glove of Blanco. And he's feeling a little picked on right now. Hang with him.
Here's Bruce. Bruce hit one to the wall that was caught by Pagan, and he lifts this one foul down the left field line and out of play. Out of play, 0-2. Vogelsong stays away. Wide, 1-2.
Vogelsong does not have a strikeout tonight. He has pitched the contact, and he has done it beautifully. Mixing location, mixing the movements on the fastball, and really for the most part tonight it's been primarily fastballs.
Fouled again. Overshift is on for Bruce.
The confidence that Vogelsong has in his fastball and has had in the fastball the last 2 starts is night and day. The confidence that he didn't have in it at the first month and a week of this season.
Cued, and this is going to be a thing. Not much you can do about that. Frazier's going, really?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Todd Frazier's laid out nothing but ropes his last 5 at bats, and he's got nothing to show for it. And here, Jay Bruce gets himself a big league knock. And it didn't even leave a mark on the ball.
If he'd have hit it a shade harder, he'd have had a double. So here's Phillips. Phillips popped out to Belt in the 2nd inning. And he takes a bit high, 1-0. There's a strike. Cruz has got 3 steals. I'm not sure this is the time to steal. Song staying away. Except there. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good pitch. Bogasong followed that pitch. Guy walks off the mound and follows a pitch like that. He's letting that umpire know that he does not agree with the call.
Phillips battling turf toe. That's why he did not play on Thursday. Three and 1.
Little cutter. One thing about Bogasong, when he's missed tonight, it's been below the zone or off the plate away. Hasn't made any mistakes up, which is one thing you want to have in your mind when you take the mound here at Great American Park. Up is not good.
Three and 1 to Phillips. Phillips is aggressive. He might chase this 3-1 pitch wherever it is. And he walked him. So back-to-back innings now. The Reds have done something once 2 were out, and here's Bosch.
Bosch in his 10th year of professional baseball.
So Bosch stands in. He bounced out to panic in the 3rd. Foul back, and it's 0-1.
Bosch has played ball in Detroit, the Tigers, with the Yankees, last year with the Angels. The first time that he has been a National Leaguer.
Little pop-up, and that'll end the inning. Reds strand a pair. 5th inning coming up. 5-0 Giants.
Of NLDS Game 5, the deciding game, and Sergio Romo strikes out Scott Rowland for the series, clinching out. And the Giants, well, they would move on. That is your AT&T U-verse Rewind. It's a good celebration.
Here's Panik. It'll be Panik, Pagan, and Posey facing Mike Leake. And Panik hits a high fly ball to right. Bosch or Bruce back and in front of the wall. Bruce is going to make the catch.
Well, Monday, June 1st is KBR night with Murph and Mac. Your special event package will include a ticket to the game versus the Pirates, access to a pregame Q&A session in Seals Plaza hosted by Murph and Mac, and a limited edition dual bobblehead of KNBR's morning team. Reminder, to receive the Murph and Mac bobblehead, you need to purchase the KNBR night special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Pagan. Pagan's 1 for 2. And he takes a strike. Mr. Posey on deck.
Changeup did not miss by much. Leake wanted that one.
Foul back. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, if you're an usher or an usherette here at this ballpark, you're going to spend a lot of time wiping off seats. Cincinnati gets a lot of rain during the summer, as does Pittsburgh.
Well, they do a great job here. They always have.
And we encourage you, if you ever think about coming to Cincinnati, check out a ball game. It's a great experience.
High to Pagan.
That's been around since 1869.
Well, don't come here on a diet if you want the 5-way chili.
No, and you have to have the Skyline 5-way.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him. Pagan knew it too. Good pitch.
Backdoor breakable. Second strikeout for Mike Leake. Only been 2 strikeouts in the entire game. Both have been called strike 3s. So this is just a perfect pitcher's pitch, wrapped around the corner.
Here's Buster Posey. He's bounced out twice. Felt on deck. And a strike on a fastball away, 0-1. Yep, Buster got one and he missed it. It's 0-2.
He guessed right. He got one up and he just missed it.
And he pokes one down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Posey's going to put on the brakes as the throw goes behind him. And Buster taking a page out of Jay Bruce's book. And he's 1 for 3.
Well, I mean, you want an example of a guy who's got good hands? Well, here's an example of it. I mean, there's no cheeks in this swing. Just poke and defend. Try and fight out. Oh, there's a base hit. I mean, that's his stay alive hack emergency swing right there, and he gets himself a big league knock.
So here's Belt. Belt is 1 for 2, a home run and a ground ball to Votto. And they'll put the shift on for Belt. Not sure if we reached the point where we don't have to say anymore that the shift is on, or we just say the shift is not on if it's not. Because it's pretty standard right now.
Yeah, this, what you see right now is what you get most of the time with Belt.
Belt, base hit, center field. Posey will stop at second. And that's going to give Hunter Pence a shot. So here's Pence. Pence is 2 for 2. He scored twice. Posey at second, Belt at first. And it's inside, 1-0.
That's the one that's going to make you hold your breath every time somebody busts his hands. And you know what? They're going to do that. Guys had a broken bone or a wrist hand injury, anything to do with your hands, and you're going to get pounded on the inside corner at your hands.
Moved him off the plate just a little bit, and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Way out front.
Hayden Hop is getting loose. One and 1 to Pence. In the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And for Hayden Hop, I believe that's got to be a red alert down there. As in, get ready in a hurry. Giants can create some space right here. The right man up.
Back inside. And it's 3-1.
You know, he does have an at bat or an open base here, so he doesn't really have to give him a whole lot. But the guy on deck, Brandon Crawford, scored him up twice tonight. So I would think this would be something in a strike zone.
Nope, 3-2.
And that's how you take away a guy's count leverage with perfect location. With a backdoor sinker right at the knees.
3-2. Now the runners will be on the move. That would be Posey and Belt. See if Pence gets a fastball here. Nope. So here's Crawford. Crawford's had a good day. That's the first walk issued by Leake. Took advantage of the base. You're right. Barnhart out to have a word.
You know, and even though Crawford's had 2 great at bats behind him and scored him up twice, I mean, the history that Pence has had, I just think that he was respectful of it there. Pence has 2 hits as well. I mean, you kind of rock at a hard place if you're Mike Leake. Well, he's got no place to put Crawford. He's got to get after him now.
Crawford's pretty good with the bases loaded, at least in wild card games. Target is away, and Crawford, it's a high fly ball to right. This baby is out of here. And that's a grand slam, and it's 9-0. How about that?
Well, and he extends his team lead of RBIs now. He's got 23 now. 24. Got to add them up. They're coming so fast.
Yeah, 24.
Wow.
Here's McGee. All of this happened after 2 outs. It all happened with Buster Posey poking at one down the right field line. This is going to hurt Mr. Leake's ERA a little bit tonight.
9 earned runs. But Crawford, absolutely cherry picking there, looking for a high fastball, getting it. Have a night.
McGee bounces this one to Phillips. Phillips will make the play, and that'll end the inning. 4 runs on the board for the Giants. Crawford's 6th of the year. And this one put 4 runs on the board. It's bye-bye, baby. 9-0 Giants.
is brought to you by Bay Area Mini.
Well, the Atlanta Braves make their only visit to San Francisco at the end of the month, May 28th through the 31st. The Saturday, May 30th game, it's a 7:05 start. It's the first of 2 postseason heroes bobblehead giveaways. The first 40,000 fans are going to receive either a Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt, or Yasmero Petit bobblehead courtesy of AAA.
6 RBIs tonight, Brandon Crawford.
Here's Tucker Barnhart, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-2. Barnhart popped out to Crawford. Here he takes high. 1-2. And tight. Leak is on deck.
I'm sure he's going to be out of the game as a pitcher, but they are going to use him to hit. Tells you as to how good a hitter he is.
So Vogelsong goes to 3-2. So this should be a pretty good pitch for Barnhart to hit, I would think, with a 9-run lead.
Oh yeah, this is just a here hit it fastball,
and he fouls it out of play. Nice swing by Brandon Crawford.
He really got hips through this swing, but it's just, you know, he's looking for something. He gets it. And as soon as the mistake was made to vocation, I don't think I've ever seen Mike Leake make this many mistakes up. And boy, did he pay an ugly price tonight.
All back again. Six runs batted in. That's a career high. And he's going to get another, maybe 2 more at-bats in this game. Another 3-2 pitch to Tucker Barnhart. And another foul ball. Ninth pitch coming up. .58 coming up on the night for Vogelsong as Barnhart steps out.
Now, Posey called a curveball and he called a slider, and Vogelsong shook him off twice. He wants to throw a fastball.
So here's Lee.
Angry at himself.
Well, I think he thought he had a strike.
Well, it would have been a pitcher strike.
Leake doubled in the 3rd inning. He has one of the 2 hits in this game for the Reds. Here he fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Would be a disservice for Mike Leake if he ever pitched in the American League.
You're right. With it as good as he can swing the bat, he's going to be a free agent this year, and he's going to have everything to do with his decision as to where he wants to go.
Do not sign with a team in the American League. Don't do it. Foul back. I mean, that's as good a swing as you're going to see from any hitter in the National League.
Yeah, you absolutely have to pitch him like he's a regular player. You say, well, he's hitting just 227 lifetime. If you're hitting over 200 as a pitcher, you can hit.
Nope. Trying to get him with a breaking ball. 1-2. On deck is Zach Cozart. Line drive, left field line, foul, and a new bat for Leake. See if the bat boy brings one out. Nope, not sure. Come on. We have rules here.
Pretty soon it's just like, well, just give me any bat you have.
You can hit, you can hit.
Surprised at how many hitters' bats are similar in length and in weight. .34, 31, 33 and a half, 31, 33 and a half, 30, 33, 30, and that's pretty much the four weights they deal with now. Don't see many heavier bats.
2-2.
That's the pitch that upsets you if you're a pitcher. It's a 1-2 count. You have a pitcher in the batter's box and you throw a curveball up there, it's off the plate. You're expecting him to swing at that thing.
Well, Vogelsong, look, he walked Barnhart, so he cannot walk Leake. In this ballpark, you start to let the other team get back into this game, you have to be very careful. Got him. First strikeout.
So persistence from Ryan Vogelsong.
So here's Cozart. Cozart is 0 for 1. He drew a walk in the third. And the first pitch is wide. Barnhart is at first. He drew a walk to open up the inning. 9-0 Giants. Giants have scored in every inning except the first. Outside 2-0. So there's no doubt Vogelsong is a little bit better out of the windup than the stretch.
Well, and he's not missing by a whole bunch. But you have to remind yourself, if you're Vogelsong, you've got a 9-run lead. You don't have to nibble. Put the pressure on the hitter. And he's missing in the exact same spot. Now, if you have the command to hit the exact same spot every time, all you need to do is change your sights. And for Posey, you should be sitting right behind the plate. Don't even lay on a corner with the glove target. Like that.
So it's 3-1. This is the third straight hitter here in the fifth that they're going to a 3-ball count. Next pitch will be number 70 for Vogelsong. And the walk.
And it's not like he's wild all over the place. I mean, it's one spot that he is continuing to miss at, and that's down and away, just off the plate. And I'll bet he's off the plate by 4 inches, maybe. And I think from Burgetti's perspective here, you just say you need to get in the strike zone. You need to throw whatever pitch you can throw to get in the strike zone. And be more aggressive. And he'll remind him, you've got 9 runs on the board, use it.
Dreckman's coming out to break up the meeting.
especially when you haven't really been used to warm nights. You really want to avoid the long inning.
Here's Bird, and Bird takes a ball, same spot, 1-0. On deck is Joey Votto. Driven to right. Pence moving back. Pence will make the catch. Tagging is Barnhart. He'll go to third. 2 outs. And here's Votto.
There you go.
So getting the strike zone, and Vogelsong gets an out. Votto is flied out and popped out to Pagan.
72 pitches, 32 of which have been called balls. He's got 4 walks on the night against 1 strikeout.
Runners at the corners. Votto takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Barnhart and Cozart are your base runners, and Votto takes another strike, and it's 0-2.
I can't believe that he'd be looking for anything other than a fastball. So if he's taken 2 fastballs middle away, then that tells you he is looking fastball, but he's looking middle in. So 2 times he's guessed middle in, and 2 times Vogelsong has basically outguessed him. Now they'll elevate.
So it's now 1-2 to Votto. Out of play, came in on his hands.
And he was late.
Vogelsong going after Votto, and Votto bounces this one right back to Vogelsong, and he's going to wiggle his way out of it again here in the 5th. 6th inning coming up. 9-0 Giants.
The #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and much, much more. So go to MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or your tablet.
It's a 9-0 lead for the Giants when it's time for a change. Thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Burke Badenhop, the new pitcher now for Cincinnati. Saw him in last night's ball game. 13th time he's come in. ERA inflated. He's given up 20 base runners in 11 2/3 inning. He's a sinker slider guy. He's also got a changeup. You'll see high 80s with velocity. When he's right, you'll see ground balls.
And he's facing Vogelsong here in the 6th. And Vogelsong takes a strike. Vogelsong 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. Blanco and then Panic. Giants have hit 3 home runs in this game. Belt, Blanco solo home runs. Crawford, a grand slam. It's 1-2 to Vogelsong. This is a shot into center field, a base hit. I was thinking about Rick Russia, what he would have done in this at bat.
Well, I don't think he would have had the bat leave his shoulder.
I don't think he'd have gone up there with a bat. Let's put it that way. But not Vogelsong, as he ropes one into center field. That's his 2nd hit of the year.
Rick Russell would be a pair of shoes in the batter's box. Conserving energy. But if it was an at-bat that he needed to perform, he could hit.
Oh,
great athlete.
And run. Here's Blanco. Blanco's 1 for 3. And he takes a strike.
Yeah, but those days when we were in St. Louis, it was a Sunday game. It was 140 degrees literally on the field. He'd have a 6-run lead. It was the 6th inning. He wouldn't move.
Take the at-bat from the on-deck circle. Barnhart goes out to talk to Badenhop. Here's the home run by Blanco in the 3rd.
He went down and got a fastball. First home run of the year. And he hit it to the deep part of the yard. Giants put 11 hits and 9 earned runs on Mike Leake. Had an ERA of 2.36 at the start of the game. And it went to 3.6.
Foul back. It's now 1-2. Blanco 1 foot out of the box, but now back in. Very high. 2-2. Panic on deck. There's Joe. Blanco fouls it back. It stays 2-2.
That's a pitch that's up. The problem that Badenhop has had is getting the sinker down. He's made a lot of mistakes up. It's reflected in his ERA. So frustrating. And sinker ballers do not have command at the bottom of the strike zone.
Blanco pops it up. This will curl into the seats. Good crowd tonight. We saw a lot of people walking around downtown Cincinnati today as we took our walk. Two balls, 2 strikes. Line drive base hit for Blanco, his 2nd hit of the game. Vogelsong is going to round the bag. He's going to go to 3rd. And the Giants keep it going. Runners at the corners. check out our Togo's big play the Togo's way. Well, it really wasn't a play. It was kind of an event, and the event was a fire broke out in one of the smokestacks, and the Cincinnati firefighters came, and what did they do? They got the save.
Well, yeah, yes, they did. They got to do what they do in front of 40,000 people to a big cheer, which they deserved. So tonight, smokestack's very quiet.
Here's Panic. Panic is 0 for 3, and he takes high. Yeah, a little charred on the bats. There's 7 bats in that smokestack, and then the other 7 representing the number 14 for Pete Rose. Panic out of play.
So now it represents Dave Concepcion's 13 bats.
Absolutely.
So what happens?
Big fan of Dave Concepcion.
He's a teammate of yours, wasn't he?
In Venezuela, absolutely. I worked with him a little bit, and he became pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's so good they retired his number here.
There are some people that think that he should be considered for the Hall of Fame.
Well, I'm one of them.
I mean, everybody else on that team is either in or been considered.
And he went on to be the captain of the Reds. Wore the C on his uniform.
Panic to left. This is not going to do it. Bird will catch. Pagan's got a chance now for an RBI as Panic lets that one get away.
Well, if it's a regular play, if you have Gregor Blanco at third base, that job is done. That's a good at bat. But you've got Vogelsong at third base, and Vogelsong never left the base. He had no intention of trying to score on that in a 9-0 ball game.
So Nori Aoki's going to hit. He's going to hit for Pagan. Aoki had a pinch hit, base hit in the game last night. And he will hit with Giants runners at the corners. And he will bounce the first pitch foul. Overall hitting at 279. For the longest time, Aoki was around 340, 350.
Think about Aoki, though. I mean, he still has a 361 on base percentage, and that's fantastic. If your leadoff hitter getting on base to a 360 clip, there are not too many clubs that wouldn't take that.
On the ground, maybe a pair. Instead, they're going to come home, and they'll get Vogelsong in a rundown. And Vogelsong will be tagged out. So Buster Posey's going to hit with runners at first and second. Posey singled in the fifth, a 2-out single, and the Giants went on to score 4 times after that. A strike and it's 0-1.
RBI opportunity here for Buster Posey. And I know it's a 9-0 ball game, but I mean, paid on stats. Anytime you come up, you have 2 ducks on the pond.
Yeah, I mean, you always want that box score to look good. Posey lines it to right, and that's a base hit. Kicking it around is Bruce. Coming in to score is Blanco, and it's 10-0.
That Posey basically saying, if you're going to pitch me away, I'll go that way. Not a problem. Little backdoor action, trying to go the outside corner, much like the first strike. And Posey says, all right, let it get deep. Let that ball travel and just line it to right. 2 hits for Posey tonight, both to right field.
Here's Belt, who's 2 for 3. And Belt takes low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Pence is on deck. Two and 0.
With Badenov, it's been pretty much all sinkers. We haven't seen slider or the changeup.
Foul back. Two-one pitch to Belt. Belt drives it to right. He's got a base hit. So Aoki's going to score, and it's 11-0.
Hey, this is exactly what Bruce Bochy was hoping was going to happen with the Giants offense on this road trip. 2 live yards. As Jeff Pico, the pitching coach, coming out. They wanted to see the offense wake up. Last night, 13 hits. They scored 10 runs. Tonight, 15 hits already with 11 runs on the board. The very first game of this road trip in Houston, they scored 8 runs. That was the first time they'd done that all year. And he kept telling these guys, you have to be patient, grind it out, because the hits are coming. And they really have all of a sudden started to come on this road trip. Now, so he wants to see it travel back to AT&T.
Here's Pence. Pence has been on base 3 times, and he's scored 3 times. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. It's Ryan Matthews in the bullpen. 6th inning. Giants have scored in every inning except the first. Pence got a hanger, and it's 0-2.
Bat 1,000. 2 for 2 with a walk. Lead the league?
Yeah, absolutely. If he makes an out here, he's going to be leading the league. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs on the board for the Giants. It's 11-0.
Brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
We have reached the bottom of the sixth. All Giants. Changes now. Okies in left. Moving to center is Blanco. Maxwell comes into the game for Pence. And the hitter will be Todd Frazier, the unluckiest man in the world.
I'm putting line out to 7 right now.
I'm putting infield hit. 1 ball and no strikes.
You could put a pie plate around all of the pitches that he's missed tonight. And they're about the same location, down and away, knee high away. There he brings a little changeup back in the strike zone to even the count. But that's why you can't really say that he's been wild. And he's got 4 walks and a lot of pitches that are out of the strike zone, but they're missing in the same spot.
Maxwell. And just into the game, he puts it away. So Frazier 0 for 3, and here's Jay Bruce. Bruce cued one off the end of the bat down the third base line for a base hit in the 4th. And he drives one to right. And the Reds are on the board. It is gone. And it's 11-1. And that's his 6th of the year. And that'll bring up Phillips.
Just to get it in, breaking ball. And Bruce is a guy who definitely likes the first pitch. Sitting on off speed, gets it. And number 6 on the year going out of the ballpark.
So here's Phillips. Phillips drew a walk in the 4th. And he takes a strike. Gonna miss, nothing in 2. So Vogelsum comes right back and he gets ahead of Phillips. Two pitch coming up. Hit on the ground. Panic's going to dive. He can't get it. It's a 1-out single for Phillips. We'll see an eye ground ball, and that'll bring up Brendan Bosch.
Just a breaking ball he waits well with and goes the opposite way. Nice control of the bat head there for Brandon Phillips. Take advantage of that hole on the right side.
Bosch is 0 for 2. He's bounced out and hit a soft line drive to Casey McGee. Here he fouls it out of play.
A lot of first pitch swinging tonight from the Reds. They have been very aggressive, really.
So Vogelsong throws pitch number 86, and it's lifted down the left field line. And this is going to be a foul ball, not by much. Aoki had no chance. He was playing Bosch to pull.
How foul was it? About 3-4 feet. Enough to get your heart jumping up a bit if you're Ryan Vogelsong. As it is, strike.
So it's 0-2 to Bosch. Vogelsong ready. And the pitch. And Bosch takes high. The Reds catcher Tucker Barnhart is on deck. Got him.
Good changeup.
Second strikeout, and here's Barnhart.
Just a two-seam changeup that has a little run going away from Bosch. I mean, that's nasty right there. That looked like a little left-handed cutter.
So here's Barnhart. And he fouls this one off of Buster Posey. The pitch, swinging a little looper over Cannon. That's going to fall. So the third hit of the inning.
Just right off the end of the bat.
Schumacher's going to pinch hit. So here's Schumacher. Posey's going to go out.
Well, I'm probably talking about signs at second base. Maybe change him. Maybe just go over the report as to how they want to go after Schumacher. Schumacher's going to sit on a fastball. And with 2 men on, I mean, he may try and cherry pick that first pitch. Schumacher is a guy who, I mean, he can work a count. He's definitely going to have a plan going up here. So what he wants to do, either be aggressive early or milk you. And he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
So it's 1-0 to Schumacher, who's hitting 194. Vogelsong wants Buster Posey to run through him again.
The way he has run up the pitch count the last couple of innings, it's probably going to be his last inning.
I would think so. Schumacher out of play.
Cheap by cheap. Heating up. And the way that he's going and the pace with which he's quick throwing down there in the bullpen, this may be the last hitter no matter what for Vogelsong.
Schumacher takes a call strike. It's now 1-2.
Schumacher looking for a swing. A $194 on the year.
foul back. And a nice rip by Schumacher.
You can ask that question. Does a hitter always know what his batting average is? Yes.
Well, it's hard not to now. It's very large on the scoreboard.
It's all over the scoreboard. But you may not know if you're hitting 350 or 361, but you know if you're hitting 194.
Line drive, base hit down the left field line. Phillips is going to score. Aoki will get it back in. Into second is Schumacher. So that's 4 hits in the inning now off of Vogelsong.
Getty lifting his hat up to see if Machi is ready to go. They're just waiting. So Pochi's telling Buster to go out and talk to Vogelsong. A nice 2-strike approach. No lower body, just pretty much the same thing we saw earlier in the game, a 2-strike at bat to Buster Posey. Just Schumacher using his hands, going the opposite way.
So here comes the skipper. The night is over for Vogelsong, who pitched very well tonight. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. Brian Price on last night's loss to the Giants. Price says it was a challenge to get back in the game against Bumgarner. He had good stuff. It was kind of expected. That would be true.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be Gene Machi. 18th time that he's come in. 1-0 with a 4.86 ERA. The walk total is a little high for Machi, and he hasn't mechanically been as sound as he would like to be. The inconsistency has shown up more in his forkball than it has in his slider or his fastball that we see in the low 90s. But the one statistic you pride yourself in if you're a reliever is leaving inherited runners on, not allowing them to score.
So here's Cozart, and Cozart with a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Cozart is 0 for 1. He's walked a couple of times. On the ground to Panic, and this is going to end the inning. 2 runs in. Vogelsong is going to give up 2 earned runs in this game, and a nice job. local Toyota dealer. The Giants breaking out the long ball. Vogelsong pitched well. Leake did not. Pence has been on base 3 times. He scored 3 runs, and Crawford has 6 RBIs, and in that is a grand slam. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
So Ryan Matthews will inherit the 7th inning. This is what he has done in Salt Lake City. 11 games, 0-2 with a 2.84 ERA. He's got a fastball that'll go low to mid-90s, a slider and a changeup. He pitched 1 game with the Angels, and then we saw him earlier in this series pitch against the Giants.
Negron is now at 3rd. Schumacher is at 2nd. Crawford's the hitter. Crawford is 3 for 3. And he takes outside for a ball. Crawford takes a strike. McGee's on deck. And very close. 2-1.
He's got to be a little disappointed. There's nobody on base.
Yeah.
First time he's come up tonight with nobody on.
Crawford on the ground sharply. Cozart will throw him out. This was Crawford's grand slam if you are just joining us.
First pitch, boom, see you later. Home run number 6. And what has been a 6 RBI night, the most he's ever had in his career. Pumps up his RBI total to 24 in the year, which leads the Giants. Stay hot, Brandon Crawford.
Here's McGee, and McGee with a half swing and a miss.
It'd be pretty cool to think that Brandon Crawford would come back here to this city during the All-Star break, because this is where they're going to have the All-Star game this year. And the type of year that he's having right now, of course, is glove, which is one of the best in the game. He's got a chance to make that club.
And McGee's going to go around again. Machi is on deck.
Well, that'd be fun to watch. He can hit.
Well, I know he can feel his position, that's for sure. Down low. The 2-2 to McGee. Fouls it back. McGee's got a hit and an RBI. He's 1 for 3. He's a hit away from getting off the interstate.
Well, that's a big at bat right now. As we said earlier, everybody knows what they're hitting, especially if you're hitting 196, under 200. The road to wellness starts with getting off the interstate.
Just outside.
Good 2-2 pitch right there.
And they're going to ring him up.
Tom Halley, the crew chief at first base. Let's take a look. Did he go? Yeah, he did.
So here's Machi. Coach may have said, we should be swinging.
You're right. He may have said, don't swing. After what happened last year with Santiago Casilla. And then again.
Just try to hit one out, young man. That'll end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It's 11-2 Giants.
Just don't run.
Giants. We do have one change, and that's Andrew Susac behind the dish. And he'll be facing Marlon Byrd. Byrd is 0 for 3. So Machi to Byrd. On the ground to McGee. McGee juggles it. Got him by a step. 1 out. So here's Votto.
Well, it's kind of become a maintenance game for both managers. Posey out of the ball game. Angel Pagan out of the ball game. Hunter Pitts out of the ball game. Brian Price with the Reds getting some of his bench players some time.
So here's Votto.
J.J. Hoover, the right-hander, getting heated up.
And a strike to Votto. So Hunter Pence, he's going to cheerlead the rest of the way.
He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back in the big leagues.
Votto fouls it back. It's 1-2. Byrd, Votto, and Frazier do not have a hit tonight, although Frazier's hit the ball hard a couple of times. Just high and wide.
Yeah, I think Bruce Dreckman, the plate umpire, thought about it. Quick pitch.
Got him. Thought I was going to think about arguing.
Machi does not come set. Watch the quick pitch. And a forkball just tucked in nicely there by Susak. And Dreckman ringing him up. It was a pitcher strike. I agree.
Here's Frazier. Frazier takes a strike and it's 0-1. This is Negron. I believe I said Frazier. Negron batting for the first time.
Look out.
So here's Jay Bruce.
Well, the last thing you want to do is start giving free passes by way of the walk or by way of the hit batsman. Negron with 2 outs will gladly take the base. Reds looking for runners any way they could get them.
So here's Bruce.
Who likes the first pitch?
Out of play.
You know, a guy's a first ball fastball hitter. It doesn't mean don't throw him a first ball fastball. Just throw it to a location that is yours. Just don't lay one out the middle of the plate at the belt. Stay in a corner because he'll go after it.
And 1. Just off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bruce homered in the 6th inning.
Just missing just outside at the knees. Pretty much the same thing that we saw Vogelsong do a lot of. When he was out of the strike zone, it was down at the knees, just off the plate away.
3-2. Comes back with a perfect pitch. Negron will go, and it's hit on the ground to Panic in shallow right field, and that'll end the inning. Onward we go to the 8th, the 11-2 Giants.
We think Hunter Pitts is that man. Well, why is that? How about coming right out of bed? First game off the disabled list. First at bat, he hits a double. He would score. And then with one out in the fourth, he would single. He would score. Then he walks in the fifth. He would score. And then his last at bat, he strikes out. It's a 2-for-3 night for Hunter Pitts. That makes him our player of the game. Brought to you by Honda.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
J.J. Hoover, the new pitcher now for the Reds. Take a look at his number. 16th time he's come in. 11 strikeouts. Too many walks, though. 9 and 15 innings. He will get a wild hair up his nose. 4-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Pretty good fastball, though. He'll go low to mid-90s.
Blanco's 2 for 4. He homered in the third. And here he looks at a strike.
Blanco's been hot.
Breaking ball, 1-2. Boy, has he ever. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Got him to go out of the strike zone high.
Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Eastern's Giants postgame live. You get highlights, you get analysis, you get all kinds of good stuff that's coming right up after the game. Panic's looking for a hit. He bounces this one. Schumacher's going to cut it off and throw him out.
Nice play. Hunter Pitts. Took him a long time to get to that Giants dugout. I have to imagine he'll sleep pretty good tonight.
Yes, he will.
As will Brandon Crawford with 6 RBIs on the docket tonight. Most he's ever had in the game.
Here's Nori Aoki batting for the second time. He's 0 for 1. And he takes up high for a ball. And that's a fair ball down the right field line. It'll be Bruce trying to dig it out, and Aoki's going to go for 3. And he'll make it standing. So one thing the Giants didn't have tonight was a triple, and now they do.
Well, put it in the column. Nice swing of the bat. Bruce had been playing over in right center. I mean, he was really giving the line, so Aoki completely hits it away from the defense. They don't play Aoki to pull to right field despite him being left-handed. They play him to go to left field.
So here's Susac taking his first at bat tonight. He's hitting .219. And he takes a high fastball, 1-0. Belt on deck. Tardy for Susac. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, if you sit around all night and you come in for your first at bat late, and that guy out there is throwing hard, you got to gear it up just a little bit more. Just off the plate. It sounded like a strike. It's 2-1. That good pop.
Hoover, I mean, he's got good velocity. He doesn't have great movement. His ball's pretty straight. He's got to have pretty good corner command. Oh, like that. Good pitch. But, you know, the one good thing about being a catcher, the backup catcher and you come late into a ball game, at least you've probably been up, playing catch or warming somebody up, so you move around a little bit. But still, at 95, when you're seeing it for the first time late, it is 95. It feels like 113.
And Susak will swing and miss to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It remains 11-2 Giants.
As the Giants take on the Reds, game 4, final game of the series, final game of the road trip, and you'll see it right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It'll be Chris Heston taking on Anthony DeSclafani. Heston, who is the gentleman that pitched the first game of this road trip, complete game 2-hitter. So we'll see what he's got in him tomorrow, and you can watch it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, the home of your world champion, San Francisco Giants.
11-2 Giants. Mesoraco's going to pinch hit. And he'll look at a pitch down low. Mesoraco and then Bosch and then Barnhart. 8th inning. At one point there was 40,889 here tonight. A lot of folks have headed to the exits. On the outside corner at 92, 2 balls and a strike. Mesoraco with a leadoff base hit. Warriors Playoff Central, pre and post, and Sportsnet Central coverage an hour before every game, post game, and it's all on Sportsnet Central all the way through the playoffs. Game 1, Western Conference final coverage is going to begin Tuesday at 5. So here's Bosch. Congratulations, by the way. We enjoyed watching that game last night where the Warriors clinched against Memphis. We all got back to the hotel in time to enjoy every last second of it. Here's Bosch, who takes high.
That was fun.
2-0 to Bosch. Bosch is 0 for 3.
Jumbo Diaz, the right-hander, getting loose for the Reds. He is easy to recognize, isn't he?
He is. He's a big fellow. Nope, that's a 4-pitch walk.
So the Reds make a little noise here in the 8th inning. And Andrew Susak going to come out and say, hey, come on, put the pressure on them. No free passes. You're doing good. I'd say catchers, for the most part, are cheerleaders, and then there's that other time we'll come out there and they'll just flat bark at you. And those are the guys you like. Really?
So here's Barnhart.
You like guys who will light a match under you.
And there's a strike. Well, I think you still have to be pretty good at reading the room before you go out there.
Yeah, some guys don't receive it very well. Those are the guys you pat on the back. Because if you're a catcher, you have one rule. You don't want to get knocked out by a guy in the mound. Doesn't look good.
No balls and 1 strike. Slowly hit. Machi will tag out Barnhart. Both runners advance. So Schumacher's going to hit for the 2nd time. At this point for Machi, it's about getting out, and he got 1. Schumacher lined a double down the left field line off of Vogelsong in the 6th. That was Vogelsong's last hitter. And the pitch to Schumacher is just outside for a ball. One out, 2 on. 8th inning. And it's low and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you just have to, you got to make him swing the bat. You just got to put the target right behind the middle of the plate. You cannot put it behind the corner. Make that pitcher see your glove right in the middle of the strike zone. Like that.
Schumacher caps this one back to Machi. 2 down.
That is a very, very frustrating at bat for Skip Schumacher. What a nice pitch from Machi. Schumacher's thinking up there, I got 2 runners in score position. I could have a nice little night here. Right off the end of the bat, comebacker, and everybody stays put. And that's a big league hang with him.
So here's Cozart, who's 0 for 2. And Cozart's going to look at a strike.
I always thought that was one of the best alias names I've ever heard. They have a rooming list. A lot of guys will register themselves under an alias name because people will call up and they want to talk to Buster Posey. Well, he has an alias. Nobody knows what it is. You can't really be bothered by opposing fans or whatever. The best alias name I ever heard was Jeff Kent's.
0-2.
And his alias was Hank Witham. I guess we could let that out of the bag now.
Otherwise known as Hang With Him.
Exactly. Hank with him. So if you ever see Jeff Kent, call him Hank with him, and he'll smile.
Fouled out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. And he got him to end the inning. Threw him a hanger.
Threw him a Hank with him.
For Machi, he gets out of it.
San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
9th inning here in Cincinnati, 11-2 Giants. And the new pitcher is Jumbo Diaz.
Take a look at the numbers for Jumbo Diaz. 2-0 with a jumbo-size ERA, 6.75, 13 strikeouts, so he's got good stuff. He throws like a guy named Jumbo should throw. He's got good fastball.
And he's going to face Belt, who's got 3 hits, including a home run in this game. Maxwell is on deck. So here's Belt. Belt 3 for 4. And a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
And Jumbo, as advertised, right out of bed, 95.
Not wasting any time. Oh, 2. Well, that was pretty nasty, and it wasn't a fastball.
70 pounds in the offseason. That's hard to do unless you cut off a leg. But he worked his tail off, and here he is in the big leagues.
Foul back.
Now, I'm not sure as to why he wears the number 70. It may have something to do with it.
So 70. So, all right. So he sent 20 to my house. I wonder where the other 50 went.
I picked up about 10.
All right, so now we're down to 40. Outside to Belt, 1-2. Crawford's going to hit this inning. He's had a big night. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
97-mile-an-hour fastball.
The Brandons tonight have 6 hits between them and 8 RBIs between them.
Is that a yawn? There's no yawning in baseball.
No. Come on. Got him. I think Mr. Drickman wants to go home.
Well, there's a threat of rain, and I think the one thing you fear if you're an umpire is to have a game that's pretty much decided and then have an hour-and-a-half rain delay, which has been the possibility all night long. There's rain everywhere around here. But it winds up causing a sting. Brandon Belt at bat. But everybody knows the deal. Swing it.
Here's Maxwell.
This is the time to expand your zone.
Strike to Maxwell, batting for the first time. Started yesterday, went 1 for 4. Also went 1 for 4 on Thursday. In tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1 to Maxwell.
There will be a threat of rain tomorrow. About a 50% chance. You just never know. You always assume you're going to have a couple of delays when you come into Cincinnati or Pittsburgh. Those are like the 2 automatics. And there's rain all over the league today.
2 and 2. Yeah, we were watching a little bit of the Philadelphia-Arizona game where they rolled out the tarp in the 3rd inning. But they're playing again.
A big delay earlier today in St. Louis.
St. Louis, Baltimore had a delay. 2-2 pitch coming up to Maxwell. 3 and 2. Maxwell looking for a fastball here, I'm quite sure. And he shoots this one on the ground. It eats up Schumacher, but he's going to recover and throw him out. And here's Crawford, who's 3 for 4. Crawford had a grand slam in the 5th. Had RBI base hits in the 2nd and in the 4th. He needs a triple for the cycle. And he takes wide 1-0.
I mean, it's been a really good road trip for Crawford. He left San Francisco hitting 253. You see George Cantos. Crawford left San Francisco 253. He's hitting 280 right now.
Swing, ain't gonna miss.
That's a 90-mile-an-hour changeup. How many guys have 90-mile-an-hour changeups? I mean, that 90-mile-an-hour changeup was better than any fastball that the starting pitcher for the Reds tonight, Mike Leake, threw.
And Crawford dribbles it foul, so it's 1 and 2. Santos, you showed you warming up. They're thinking maybe Machi would go out. He could get a save. But there we go, looking for stats again. It's 1 and 2. Crawford pops it up. It's going to be a souvenir. wrap-up right now, you got a shot if you're in the stands.
Yeah. There was 40,899 at the start of this game. There's about 899 here now. At least it feels that way. Just throwing a number out there.
Throwing it up there. Here's the pitch to Crawford. Look out. It's 2-2. Dodgers and Rockies are underway. Colorado leading 1-0 against Zach Greinke. That game is in the third inning. Carlos Gonzalez hit a home run in that game in the first.
He started to heat up. He really was in a slump, hitting on the interstate about $1.70. But tonight it's been all about that guy right there, Hunter Pence, back in the lineup. 2 for 3 night with a walk, scored 3 times.
Crawford stays alive again. So good at bat so far for Brandon Crawford. Nationals and Padres are underway, and Nationals with a 4-0 lead in that one in the fourth. And another 2-2 pitch to Crawford. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the ninth coming up. 11-2 Giants.
Sportsnet Bay Area. There'll be highlights from this game, and they'll talk about the Warriors' reaction to moving on to the next round of the playoffs, and they'll also highlight the Preakness that was run earlier today. All that and more. Sportsnet Central tonight, 10:30. Comcast, Sportsnet Bay Area. New pitcher now for the Giants in this 11-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the ninth. George Cantos. Everyday George getting a chance to get some work. 17th time that he is being asked to come into a game. 1-0 with a 1.33 ERA.
And he'll be facing Bird, Votto, and then Negron.
But you know what? I think George likes the work. It's almost like he's got a new toy. He's got new pitches. Can't wait to get back out on that mound.
So here's Bird. Bird is 0 for 4. And he takes a high fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Vogelsong started, then Machi, and now Cantos. Driven to left. Aoki back. Aoki's going to make the running catch.
Nice play.
first, I'm sure Marlon Byrd thought he had a hit, and now it's Votto.
A little top spinner. I thought off the crack of the bat he was going to be out of here. If he'd have had backspin, it may have happened, but top spin keeps it in the yard. And Aoki with a nice first step gets on it with a good route.
So here's Votto. Votto's 0 for 4. And he looks at a strike. Votto got called out in the 7th. Wasn't happy about it. And a close pitch misses. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think that was better than the call's first strike.
May have been. Two balls and a strike. Lifted into left center field. Aoki's got a beat on this one as well. 2 down.
Well, he catches one more fly ball, he can tie a major league record.
Yes, he can. Here's Negron.
Most fly balls caught in an inning.
Negron is, well, he was hit by a pitch. Let's put it that way in his only at bat. It was Machi who hit Negron in the 7th. And a little pop-up, and it's out of play.
In case you're wondering what the major league record for caught fly balls in an inning is, it's 3. Just throwing it out there.
Do you have a list?
What's a long list? Did you ever tie that record?
No, I never hit 3 balls to the outfield in 1 inning.
No, did you ever catch 3 balls in an inning?
Yeah, I think I did. I'm not sure though. 1 ball and 1 strike. Out of play. It's now 1 and 2. So the Reds are down to their last strike. And that's it. And that's the ball game. So the Giants, behind a lot of offense tonight and some good starting pitching, take game 3 of this series. So a nice win for the